Today I have 3 custom planner spreads, all with an extra little twist. Hey y'all, I'm Elisa, the Scrappy Wife behind scrappywife.com, and today I have 3 custom planner spreads, all that seemed pretty straightforward. We have Nikki, who asked for a tea time spread. We have Melissa, who requested Bambi, and then sweet Jennifer wanted a bookworm feel. And so those were all pretty straightforward, but I always like to do something a little extra, something a little special. So we're going to do these with a slight twist, trying to elevate some of these themes that we have all known and loved for a while. So I will link everything that I use down in the description box below. Otherwise, I'll put you all on fast forward. Let's go. The first spread I am working on is for Nikki, and she asked for a tea time theme spread, like a fancy tea. And of course, this new book from Wrong Wrong was absolutely perfect. It is the Par-Tea sticker book, and I think it is so beautiful and actually so perfect for Mother's Day, for all of these springtime teas. I think it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. So in order to elevate this particular spread, I actually reached for some scrapbook paper. I think using scrapbook supplies in your planner is a fantastic way to just add that extra special little twist that makes your spread really unique. So the way I like to do that is I cut the scrapbook paper down to 7 inches wide, 9¼ inches tall. That is the size of the grande size vertical planner that Nikki uses. And then I cut out the boxes from the planner insert. So we are putting the boxes on top of the scrapbook paper, and now you have that gorgeous floral background that is setting the tone for the spread. I actually put the solid torn paper at the top, knowing that that is going to be where Nikki ends up putting the dates, knowing that that is going to be where I was putting the days of the week. It kind of created a solid palette up there that made sense based on some of the really pertinent information that was going to be up there, the really functional things like the days of the week and the dates. Now I am working with my sticker guides from the Happy Planner to kind of make a plan on where things will be on this spread. It's kind of funny, when I am working on custom planner spreads for my Patreon members, I tend to start with the decorative side of things and then go back and double check that the functionality is there on the spread. When I am working on my own personal planner, I am much more likely to focus on the functionality, make sure I know where things are going to be, and then add the decorative element. So I'd love to hear down below, which do you normally start with? Do you start with function, or do you start with the decorative elements when you are working on a brand new planner spread? As I started picking out elements, I ended up narrowing down my color palette. There are a ton of beautiful pastel colors within the Par-Tea sticker book, but I wanted to go with that pink color, this color of this box, and then the kind of light teal turquoise color. Almost, it's not quite a Tiffany blue, it's a little bit darker than that. I thought those two colors kind of complemented each other nicely and picked up some of the hints of those colors from the background paper. I think they just fit together pretty nicely. So I tried my best to stick with those. It wasn't exclusive to those, and you're going to see some different shades, a darker shade of each of those colors kind of pop in. But I like that even with a ton of color on the spread, when you narrow down that color palette, it really helps bring everything together really nicely. All right, so I am working to make sure this is functional in a couple of different ways. I am dispersing some to-do lists across the spread. That way there's lots of opportunity for Nikki to write down her tasks for the week. I tend to use the checklist for tasks. I know that those that have really busy schedules, maybe a lot of different meetings in a particular day, might use those for meetings. So it's kind of up to however works best for you. I tend to use the checklist for tasks. I tend to use the boxes for a little bit more of my schedule. So that's kind of how I balance it. but I want to make sure there's plenty of checklists and boxes throughout the spread, room for Nikki to write what is happening without knowing in advance what is going to happen. That's something I try to keep in mind, especially when I'm creating an undated spread like I'm doing here, because Nikki can pull this out for any week and kind of make it work for her. All right, I love the functionality. Let's go back to decorative elements. I wanted to really drive home the tea party feel. Yes, I had the two women kind of having their tea party, but let's bring in all of these beautiful ornate teacups, the teapots, in the same color tones that we were seeing before. I realized I really needed another checklist because I had all three of those kind of blank boxes in a row on the right side. So let's add another checklist right here, trimming it off ever so slightly. And then I wanted to bring in another hint of that teal blue color. And I love this little canister of the tea. Adorable. If Nikki ends up needing a little bit more writing space, my biggest hint is to always continue to layer functional boxes over the top of the decorative stickers. You're still going to get that functional look from the boxes, but you're going to get that hint of decoration from behind when the decorative sticker is sticking out of it. All right, last decorative sticker going up over here. I want to add just that stack of teacups because I think it is adorable. And then the little get it done is going to be cute as well. The last thing I need to do though to make sure this is a functional spread is to go ahead and add the days of the week. This is a days of the week sticker book that I picked up from Hobby Lobby years ago. I think they probably still have it. It's part of their own planner brand and it has some different fonts, and I thought this gold foiling would pick up nicely. And they had other titles that said notes and odds and ends. So in order to kind of drive home that font, I put those in separate areas along the spread. All right, let me know what you think of Nikki's Par-Tea custom planner spread below. I think it's beautiful. I think it's perfect for the month of May, actually, and I can't wait to hear what Nikki thinks of it. Next up is Melissa, and she is using the lined vertical layout. And I have been making custom planner spreads for Melissa for almost a year now. And if I know anything about her, it's that she loves a good Disney spread. So it did not shock me at all when Melissa asked for a Bambi themed spread, and I was very excited to get the chance to use this brand new Bambi Springtime sticker book from the Happy Planner. The way we are going to elevate this spread and change it up a little bit is once again pulling in some scrapbook paper, but this time doing a huge color block at the bottom of the spread, giving an opportunity to really highlight some of the beautiful quotes that were within this book. Now, I actually found the Bambi Springtime sticker book a little bit difficult to work with for a couple of reasons. One of them I talked about in my flip throughs after I made my spring release purchase from the Happy Planner. There's just not that many poses. Most of the characters in the sticker book only have one, maybe two different poses, and there's only a handful of characters. Not all of them from the Bambi movie are in here, which kind of limits how you are going to decorate, because I don't like to repeat the positioning of characters very much at all when I'm putting together decorative planning spread. And then when I really dug in a little bit deeper, it's not just the characters that are just in one pose. Some of the florals are in the same pose over and over again. So for instance, the florals that I put in the bottom right corner, right above my colored paper right there, there's 8 copies of that exact sticker. They never just flipped the sticker. And yes, I know you can rotate the sticker to get to some of the different corners, but what I love about some of the other companies like Live Love Posh and Keleva Plant is that they flip and move the stickers, resize them, give you some different options. Even if it's the same image, giving you different options with that same image really go a long way. So there were times that I felt just a little bit limited. I like how this spread came together. My question is, can you make different looking planner spreads with this particular sticker book? That's what I would wonder going forward, just because so many of the stickers feel a little bit repetitive. Because I knew I was going to be limited with the characters, I decided to play up the florals and create that scene there at the bottom, almost like that is the forest floor, if you will. And you see Bambi, and then Bambi and the mother, those elements down there that set the tone of the Bambi theme. Then we're going to pull in functional boxes. I think that Melissa is actually using this particular layout as a creative journal. So I want to give her plenty of space to kind of write some different quotes, different things that are happening during the day. So I'm going to move the boxes around the page. I am focusing on balancing the color. So for instance, pink box on the left, pink box on the right, green box on the left, green box on the right, just finding a balance with the colors. And then I definitely wanted to bring in Thumper because these are probably some of my favorite illustrations from the whole book. I think that that little rabbit is beyond adorable and I just love him. I think he's so cute. So again, we're going to put Bambi up here at the top. I know that you're going to see that pose over on the right-hand side, but because they're so far away from each other, I thought it still worked pretty nicely. I want to bring in a few more florals and this beautiful sticker. Friends are like flowers, they brighten your day. That seemed absolutely perfect. Love that. Last little thing I want to do to change this one up is white out the days of the week here at the top. We're going to elevate it again with that same sticker book. That is a good days of the week sticker book from Hobby Lobby. I'm going to add gold foil because we already have hints of gold foil around the page. You're not really picking up the gold foil on camera, but the quotes at the bottom are in that foiling and they jump off nicely from that solid color. That is going to be it for Melissa's Bambi spread. I think it's dreamy and beautiful and I really like it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Last but not least is a venti size spread for Jennifer. And this is the dashboard layout that I designed. And the way I'm going to add a twist to this one is not with scrapbook paper, but with some other card making elements that I had in my craft studio. Melissa wanted a bookworm theme spread, which I can absolutely respect because I also love the sticker book from Wrong Wrong Devo, Bookworm Volume 3. Gorgeous. It sold out really fast. I think she has restocked it, so make sure to go check over on her website. This is a great sticker book and not one to be missed for sure. And I do have a coupon code for the website. If you use my affiliate link down below, that will save you a little bit of money on your order. So make sure to check that out when shopping Wrong Wrong Devo. All right, so what am I adding to give this one a twist? We're using some vellum elements that I had from the Stationery Pal, actually. So these are just some nice kind of collage elements. I have the vellum pieces right here, these card pieces, 3x4 cards, and then there are some washi tape stickers that have that same feel that we're going to mix and match because not only are we going to do a bookworm theme, but we're really going to lean into the vintage kind of romantic feel of bookworm by pulling in those vintage papers to layer throughout. Because I was using a Wrong Wrong book, I definitely was going to bring in some Wrong Wrong girls. How could you not? They are awesome. But I didn't want them to necessarily take too much attention. I didn't want them to be center stage. I wanted the books in the vintage feel of this spread to end up being center stage. So I'm moving the girls a little bit more to the side. Generally, I like to put them in the middle so that that's the first thing you see. But by moving them to the side, we're going to take advantage of some of the other elements. And really, this particular planner spread feels like a beautiful vintage collage. Yes, it's using bookworm. I'm also using some neutral boxes that you'll see come in from Wrong Wrong as well. But I love how some of the elements in the bookworm book feel like collage pieces. For instance, this box and then this kind of torn looking paper right here. Those are stickers that are made to feel like collage pieces. And then just to drive it home, I'm using those other collage elements, the washi tape stickers, things like that to really emphasize that feeling across the page. Once again, this is an example of a time that I focused on the decorative elements probably first and a little bit heavier than I did the functional elements. I knew I wanted those vellum cards, the big 3x4 cards that I put down first. I knew I wanted those to almost be a background. Those are not meant for her to write on. Those are just meant to set the tone for the page. So those are always going to be first. Whenever you're wanting something to be a background image or kind of build on top of it, that's going to have to go first. I also needed to determine where I was going to put these larger Wrong Girls pretty early on, because I also knew I'd be layering off of them and basing some other elements off of them. One of the tricky parts of using some of these decorative stickers is that they are often on clear sticker paper. My hint for that is to keep some white sticker paper close by, which is what I did. Put the clear sticker paper on top of the white sticker paper and then fussy cut out those images, and ta-da, then you all of a sudden have an image that is opaque, which is what I did with that bookcase right there. All right, anytime I am working on the functional boxes, I'm also looking for opportunities to add some vellum pieces. So I'm adding functionality and with the boxes, places for Jennifer to write, but also looking for a chance to bring in some different bookworm elements. We're going to have our little typewriter gal. We'll stick her right there on Saturday. We will leave this particular spread undated so that Jennifer can choose when to use it. Once again, love this sticker. Look at the frame with the books in the background. So pretty. Just the elements of this particular bookworm. Yes, it's really heavy on the reading and on, maybe taking notes on books you're reading, doing a book journal of some sort, but it just has this romantic vintage feel that I cannot get enough of. I think it is so, so pretty. All right, bringing in a few more of those vintage looking papers through the washi tape stickers. Let's add and layer a functional box up here. Once I start getting all of these elements in place, I realize that what I really want to do is bring in a little bit more functionality as far as titles. There weren't a lot of titles to work off of that I thought popped really nicely. So I'm actually going to pull from my Proud Sticker Designs stash that I have been accumulating a lot over the past few months and pull in some different titles like check-in. I love having a gratitude list, so especially when you're in a big size planner because you got a little bit more space. Have a to-do list. We're going to go with get it done, planning, and this week was. So some nice opportunities for Jennifer to take notes on her spread and giving her a little guidance as she does so. Once I get those in place, that is going to be it for this planner spread. Let me know, what did you think of the 3 custom spreads this week? Which one was your favorite? Did you like Nikki's Par-Tea spread? Did you like Melissa's Bambi spread? Or did you like Jennifer's Bookworm spread? It's so fun to go with some of these traditional themes, but do something with a little bit of a twist, which I always love. As always, everything that I used will be linked in the description box below. Thanks so much for hanging out today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider hitting that subscribe button as well as the bell notification. I do want to give a huge shout out to all of my Patreon members. You all are the best. If you are looking for a fun, crafty community of people to cheer you on in all your crafty endeavors, Patreon is the place to be. You can find more info on that down below. All right. I hope that you have a fabulous day, and as always, keep it creative.